Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today I'm just going to do a short little demo of the Roland D20 keyboard that I just picked up the other day from Kijiji. I've already done the got a score video, and one of the guys actually known as RCFPV Vids, also he's got another channel that he does music on. And it's called the Phantom Guest. And anyways, he says, but can you play this thing? Well, my main purpose for picking this thing up, of course, was the drum machine, and of course it is a keyboard, and I like playing keyboards. I know some basic chords, so I thought, well, hey, let's show you that I can play a little bit, so we're going to give her a go. Let's try that again. So, I know a little bit. I haven't played on one of these things in quite a few years, actually. But I do know some basic chords, which is kind of cool. It's fun. But I'm going to learn more, of course, how to play this thing. But yes, the drum machine is definitely going to be handy for me for playing with the guitar. And there's a lot of programming that you can actually do to this thing. Which is nice, because when you get these, department store branded Casios and stuff, I mean, they have a lot of extreme limitations, although they can be very good. Nothing beats a professional level keyboard. Now, this is not considered, I guess, pro level to today's standards, but I mean, this is 1988 technology, but it does have a lot of really cool, wicked sounds in it too. And so I'm going to just give you guys a little demo of some of the other sounds that are in this thing. Space horn, they call this one. Kind of cool. Let's go bank 2. that modulation bender. It's a lot of fun. Multi-tremble. So there's a lot of different sounds on this thing. It's a lot of fun. Just turn on the drum machine here. And you go to the manual drum and play along with it if you want. And if you want just manual drum machine, turn that off. So, that's just a bit of the basics. It's a lot in this thing for features, for everything, and programming that's going to be interesting. The manual is extremely unclear, so you got to kind of go through things, figure out a lot of it on your own, because they really don't give you much info in the manual, which really sucks. One of the biggest downsides I've found to this thing is the manual is probably about the worst manual I have ever seen in my life for any instrument, period. And I've had keyboards before and the manuals were clearer. And yeah, I mean the keyboard was, you know, straight up and here's all your drum stuff that you can do right across there manually, you know, and you would press like, you know, 26 for this instrument, 32 for that, and so on and so on. And the same with your rhythms. Although those machines though are very limited. They're not pro level machines like this is, but still the manual, Roland did the worst job ever on the manual on this thing. So this is kind of like a more of a demo review, I guess. The floppy drive works fine. Actually, I'm using high density disks with a piece of tape over it, converts it to a low density, formatted out fine, so I can create stuff, put it on a diskette, I can create it, save it into one of the empty banks that are available. If I had a memory card, I could throw a memory card in the back of this. I'm going to look around. MIDI interface hookups. I'm just running for an amplifier, just my Meridian amp with a 6-inch speaker in it, and it does a really good job, so I'm pretty impressed with it. It's going to work well. And you know, they give you some basic information down here on the plate that tells you, you know, about your reverbs, your TVF envelopes, TVA enveloping, pitch enveloping, and some other structural jibber jabber stuff that I don't know what it's about. I'm gonna have to do more and more research just to get information that the manual just doesn't seem to have. It does have a metronome built in too. For the tuning function, I actually have this set to master tune as being 440 Hertz, which is the standard tuning system we use these days. Back in '88 it was like 433, I guess, or something, I don't know, but yeah, times change, you know, we change with it. But this thing can tune up as high as 453, which is fine. Very easy to set up. Recording stuff, very easy, you know. It's not that it's extremely difficult, it's you have to be a rocket scientist to figure out half of the stuff, because they don't even cover it in the manual. You know, they say, okay, here's your sounds, blah, blah, blah. They don't say, you know, what they've programmed what into where. You know, I mean, I got lucky, you know, on a rough guess here, and so I'm in the synth mode here. I go to performance mode, which I need to be in, which is our mode button actually. That was an interesting one. We go 1, 1, edit, hit the lower button, go to whole, press exit. And we got a full, nice acoustic keyboard, which I like, or acoustic piano, sorry, but that's the sound it's supposed to be doing, and it does a really good job at it. The velocity keys are nice for the hard touch, soft touch stuff, so you can go, you know, quiet. Right up. So yeah, it is a very, very nice keyboard, but I mean, for review wise, this thing's only getting 3 3/4 out of 5. I mean, it ain't perfect to begin with. It's a pain in the neck to get to your voices and stuff and to know what's what. The only way you really get to know is you pick something and boom. Okay, acoustic piano and fantasy, but I've manipulated this now to be a whole piano, so I've disabled the lower deck for now, which lower is here, upper deck's over here. But if I want to go to, let's see, bank 1, number 5. Now, that doesn't tell me anything except for I-A15 split C4. It doesn't say nothing in the manual what the hell that is. But you press here, oh, electric piano with a soundtrack. Okay. And because I know a little bit now about editing in the performance mode, I'm going to put that as a dual setup. Or I can go whole mode. And that gives me an electric piano, the first one. Go 6, I get atmosphere and electric piano 2. Not the nicest electric piano, but so, I mean, overall though, it is a really good machine. It's just, you gotta learn things. Now, for gigging and stuff, and doing the stuff I need to do with this thing, I'm gonna have to program the empty banks with one touch. So I can just put a chart up here and go, okay, I need bank 1, number 1. I need rhythm, which means on the rhythm I want number 1, 1, or I want 1, 3, and boom. Okay, or I need 3, 4 for electric pop. I mean, the thing is, you do start to memorize this stuff after a while, which is actually really good and a good idea, because then you can just boom, boom. But I'm gonna have to put a chart up on the wall just so I know what I'm doing for what, because I'm adding music into my RC videos, and it's gonna be all my stuff. And but I'm also gonna learn how to play this thing too at the same time, you know, because I want to learn how to play like properly on piano. I mean, it's one thing to know like a half a dozen chords, but it's another thing to know how to put the darn things together properly in songs. You know, like G, C, D, I mean, you know, C, D, E, F, G, oh, there we go, G. Oh, and there's our G, so beginning to end. And we can play it down here. So, I mean, I got a lot to learn, that's for sure, as far as playing goes. So, yes, I can play some chords, but yeah, I still got to learn to put things together better. You can sit here and just improvise too, you know, like... try that too, see how it works, but I don't like to do the whole guess and go type of thing. I want to know what I'm doing, so I need to take some lessons, of course, online on YouTube, and I'm also going to be picking up a book that has over 1,600 chords in it, and scales, and they teach you how to read all this piano stuff. So piano is way different than guitar, so don't get the idea that you can jump from a guitar and onto piano. It don't happen. And vice versa. You can't just, you know, sit here for 30 years playing a piano and all of a sudden think you can go and play a guitar. It ain't gonna happen. Two totally different beasts. And, you know, I thought guitar was hard at one point, you know, in my life, and then it's like getting on a piano, it's like, what do I do? You know, so... But anyhow, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, you know, the drill, you know, feel free to ask, and I'll do the best I can to answer them. And till then, see you in the next video.